champions and their emotional stories. An electric atmosphere. An unforgettable experience. OKTAGON.
Gentlemen, OKTAGON 88 is just in the books, so we are here to present you first part of the post-fight press conference. A lot of debuts tonight, a lot of exceptional performances. I cannot start with anybody else than with Jan. Your brother just make it 2-0 tonight, but what was your takes, feelings about your debut in OKTAGON and fighting in such a crowd at the home ground? It's up to you, man.
Also ich sag ganz ehrlich, ich habe mich einfach sehr sicher gefühlt heute. Ich hatte meinen Trainer David Palukai in meiner Ecke und beim Warmmachen hat er mir die ganze Zeit gesagt, es ist dein Ding, du gehörst hierher, es passt alles. Und genau dasselbe kann ich auch immer meinem Bruder sagen beim Aufladen, trotz dass er natürlich sich selber auch auf sich aufpassen musste, hat die ganze Zeit geguckt, dass ich nicht zu viel esse, was auch immer. Also ich muss sagen, den beiden widme ich diesen Sieg und ich hätte mir kein besseres Ergebnis als heute Abend wünschen können. Vielen Dank und danke an OKTAGON und danke an OKTAGON 88, das war ein Hammerding.
So now is the time for the questions from media.
Ja, Michael Bauer, RTL NTV. Ich fange an mit Jan Holzer. Du hast auch bei deinem ersten Amateurkampf vor einer größeren Kulisse gekämpft. Was war jetzt anders vom Gefühl hier in Hannover, wo doch noch mal ein paar Menschen mehr im Publikum saßen?
Das war kein großer Unterschied für mich, weil ich mich einfach ich muss sagen, ich habe mich wirklich sicher gefühlt, wie ich eben schon gesagt habe. Und ja, ich will einfach jetzt zeigen, dass ich was drauf habe. Und das war jetzt mein Hallo sagen quasi, mein Willkommen. Und jetzt bin ich hier.
This was just my hi to the fans. I wanted to say hi and I want to keep being here.
Du willst was zeigen, bedeutet das, du willst vielleicht noch einen
Jan, you said you want to show what you've got. So does that mean that you want to get another amateur fight or would you like to go to the pros now? I'm lucky that my coach David Palukai as well as my brother Max really keep over me. Watch over me very well, take care of me, and I'm sure they'll give me great advice on this.
Justin Detzel, eine absolut verrückte Submission. Hast du
Question for Justin. This was an absolute murder of a submission.
Kannst du den Moment mal beschreiben?
You knew what you were gonna go for, but a lot of people felt that this was unexpected. Tell us more about it. Well, the submission, when I was on his back, I knew that he wouldn't be able to get out of that lock. I knew I'd won. Whether it was going to be RNC or a different type of choke, I knew I was going to go for the finish and I knew I was strong in that position and I was going to win. As far as my opponent, he's a strong opponent. What else could I say? I really want to see him back in the OKTAGON cage because I feel like he will beat most people here.
OKTAGON-Debüt hier erlebt und die Situation, die dann zum Ende geführt hat.
Mate, question for you. We saw your debut, so how are you feeling about that? We saw that you fired up your elbows and then Justin was having your back all of a sudden. Well, yeah, it's a cool organization and this was a great fight. An amazing fight. There's no excuses. He really did well today in the cage. This is MMA and you have to expect anything and he really caught me by surprise. And I didn't think that we were gonna finish the fight this early, but he really got his chokehold on me. And I have to say that I prepped well for him, but I had a broken nose recently, so I was injured. But I respect Justin. I might have to move to a different division. Normally I'm in the 77 kilo division, but OKTAGON called me and I was like, I don't care which division I'm gonna be in. So respect to Justin. He really did well. And if we were up for a rematch, I'd love to have that. I respect him. If he doesn't want a rematch, then I want to fight in the 77 division again.
Gameplan, würde ich sagen. Kannst du so ein bisschen beschreiben, ist
We
das
saw an amazing finish, an amazing game plan from you.
Dein Gegner wird aufs Ringerische setzen.
You've said that your opponent is probably going to wrestle today in the cage. So can you walk us through what actually happened? Yeah, I assumed that he would try and wrestle. And I thought that he was going to play a dirty game. I knew I was going to try and make it a shootout. I was going to try and stick to my game plan. But I had to really focus in on his wrestling, on the way he was fighting me. And I tried to squeeze out the last drop out of me. I tried to do my best, give you a good brawl, because that's what I'm about. Well, so that means you're not happy with your performance today? Are you unhappy? How are you feeling? I'm not quite happy, to be honest. I think there's a lot of room to improve. I really want to show you more. I wanted to show you more tonight, and I wanted to show you how skilled I am. But I feel like I still made a statement tonight, and I sent out a signal for other people to not just be able to call me a kickboxer. I beat a tough opponent tonight. And I respect him, and I respect him for accepting a fight. I am a striker first and foremost, and I get that. And I understand if somebody will decline a fight against me. When it's about short notice, we're never sure if we'll see that fighter again. Will we see you again, and when? I'm ready. As I said, I don't really have a lot of time. I really have to add gas and make some money. I'm ready to go anytime, short notice or not. I'm here. If OKTAGON tells me that they want me to fight, I'll accept.
So, Patrick McCurry, Fighthouse. Ich gehe erst zu Daniel Mistelli.
I have a question for Daniel Mistelli. The result of tonight's fight doesn't matter. You're still smiling, so what kind of an experience was it for you being here? It's been cool. It's been fun. I've enjoyed this tremendously. This is super cool. I love the atmosphere, and I got such a strong opponent. That's crazy. Wow. Who would be able to say that at 50 years old, or almost 50 years old, they fought a UFC veteran? And yeah, it weighs heavy on my heart, but it's what it is. If you stay with the OKTAGON organization, when will you fight next? I really don't know what's next in the card for me, but I'm open to any possibility. And I'll just be enjoying the possibility of being in the cage again. I'm ready to go anytime. Daniel, before the fight, you told me that you were excited about your walkout. You were excited to walk out in your home ground.
The fight was not. Es war eine super Erfahrung in Hannover zu kämpfen.
Yeah, it was a world class of a walkout. It was a great experience fighting in Hanover. But the fight was not world class. My fans from France also came, where I trained BJJ, so I had a lot of support here from as far as France. And of course, it breaks my heart that I lost today, but my opponent is a great guy. There's no beef between us whatsoever. I also gave him a souvenir. I bruised his ribs. But this is not what I imagined, of course. But thanks, OKTAGON. Thank you for giving me a chance and for allowing me to fight here tonight. It's sad because it broke my heart, but we're moving on. It's just a sport. Life is not just about this sport. There's more to life than this, but of course when you fight, you do want to win. It's the same thing as soccer. You could just keep coming back, or it's not just like soccer. You can't keep coming back all the time. But thank you for being here to support me. What's next? Do you want to fight in Octagon more. I'll be happy if you give me another shot. It depends on the people around me and it's about the matchmakers. It's about Ondrej and Pavel. I don't want to end my career on this note. I want to be older when I'm doing that and retiring, and I want to get more opportunities and take them. But this organization does their job great. And it's great for the image and opinion that people have about this sport. It's not just about people punching one another in a stupid way. It's about showing that this is also about having a game plan, about intelligent moves. So I hope I get another shot. Question for Christian. You also fight in Austria generally, and now you're in Hanover, and you were the bad guy today, facing off against somebody from here. So how did you feel in that position? Well, it was something completely new for me. If we look away from the fact that usually I fight in Vienna, and if we look away from the weight cut and that it's been a problem here because the food was not okay, the prep was not the best, I stayed calm though. I enjoyed the fight, but I feel like my ribs really took a hit, and I feel like that was I feel like it was on purpose, wasn't it? I suspect that it was. I heard a crack a little bit, but whatever. It was right in the first round. I heard the crack, I heard the little crunch of the rib. And next week, when I'm sitting on the toilet, I'll be thinking of you. But I had fun doing it. But it was so tough. It was tough with that knee in the first round. I was having a hard time breathing, and I couldn't control my breathing as I would have liked. But I'm really happy to be facing off against a guy like this. He's a tough guy, and he's a world-class fighter. Thank you for having me.
English? Yeah. You come from the UFC. You come here, and you have a very impressive debut here. What would you like next? How do you see your future going with Octagon?
So, like I said before, I came here with the reason I want to fight the best. I want to leave mark in Octagon and show everybody who I am. And yeah, give me top 3 girls you have in 57 or 61. Doesn't matter, I can fight 61 too. So I'm waiting for my new opportunity here.
Julian immer und Maske. Frage an Jan auch. Erzähl mal bitte, wie hast du jetzt gerade
Question to Jan. So, how did you perceive Max's win? I think you felt a lot of emotions. Well, I have to say, it means the world to me that Jan won, that my brother won, because I just saw how much work he put in. So I'm so happy that he got the finish in the first round. We watched all of Khalid's fights together, and he prepared absolutely perfectly for this match. He gave it his all. My prediction was second round finish, and I said that as well, but he did it much sooner because he analyzed him just so well. So I knew that he can get him in. Yeah, he can get him in striking. You, Danielle, you managed to defeat Smajic last year. What do you say about the fact that with your opponent? Well, I'm very happy for her. I have no enemies. I have an enemy in the cage, but after that, I have no enemy. I find it quite cool. You're gonna be 50 soon. Do you think that there's a limit where you say, I cannot do it anymore? Or are you just gonna do it so long as you can? I think we all need to prove ourselves. We all need to just move forward, and I love this sport. The sport loves me as well. Not today, but yeah, I look like I had Botox done, so I think that's fine. Daniel, question to you. You're known for the fact that sometimes you're a bit too tough for yourself. Did it surprise you that your opponent was so good and that she was so good? No, I was quite angry because I was not that intelligent in my fight, but that's the sport. I was mad at myself, and she pinned me up to the cage. She worked quite well. I heard my coaches, and I said, yeah, I'm gonna just try to do what they say, but that's life. But you're gonna stay with Octagon and with MMA, right? I would love to. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your time.
Ivana, congrats on your win. You said like top 3 or something. Do you have special location or date where you want to fight again?
No, for me, whatever Octagon gives me, I'm ready. I don't have any special names. I know it's a lot of good girls, but whoever they give me, top 3, top 5, it doesn't matter. I'm ready. I want to fight the best, and I want to come to the top.
How fast are we going to see you again in the cage?
As soon as possible. I'm no injured. I can fight now, so I just want to fight soon again.
Hvala, thank you.
Hvala.
Moje van Germany 5. Moje van Germany 5. Erste Frage geht an Mate Kola.
První otázka na Mateho Kolu. Mate? Dneska si bohužel prohrál. V tom prvním zápase tak tam byl comeback, takže jak se cítíš, pokud jde o tento zápas? Jak už jsem řekl, ta příprava byla v pohodě, já jsem byl wrestler v albánském národním týmu, reprezentoval jsem Albánii, pak jsem se tedy vrátil a dostal jsem nabídku zápasit and I got the offer to fight Octagon. And sometimes I just fight. I just focused on fighting on the ground, on my ground game, and I have to watch the fight again. I have to keep looking forward, and it's sad. Question to Kabak. You were a favorite when it comes to the. You were not a favorite when it comes to the bookmaker odds. So you were not. You were an underdog. I think one factor was the fact that you aren't in the 77 category normally. Is welterweight your new home? Did your weight play a role? Or did you think about the fact that, oh yeah, momentum is coming, it's on my side? What did you feel like? Well, I have to say that I felt good in this weight class. I proved that I can hold my ground in the 77 kilo category. The first takedowns were very important to defend. And I think that broke my opponent as well. I was an underdog, of course. He was a very, very, very tough opponent because he was 4-0. But I feel good. It was a good challenge. Yeah. Question to Beriran Kabak. You delivered an amazing fight, and the goal today was to win today, and that Khalid would win. Khalid didn't manage to win, but what does it feel like winning in your case? What can I say? This is just a sport. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but you have to deal with it, and you have to come out the other end. And it's important that we didn't get injured. I'm happy that, I'm just happy about the fact that I won, and sometimes it's sad when someone gets injured in the sport. Sometimes you're not injured per se, but you're morally broken. But, yeah.
Any more questions, please? So last one, please.
Yes. Daniel, ich habe eine Frage an dich, und zwar würde mich interessieren, weil
Daniel, Daniel, so you're a mother. What do your children say?
Nobody knows.
No one knows if. So I would like to know what your kids say about the fact that you're an MMA star, and what are they gonna say when you come home? they don't really think about the fact that I look this way. I look this way very often. All my children also do sports, and my son is my coach. He couldn't be here, unfortunately, but I go to so many tournaments, to so many K1 fights, and it's another day in the office, basically. Sometimes people say, oh, this must hurt so much, but you have to think about the fact that I had children, I bore children.
Thanks a lot for attention. This is end of the first part post-fight press conference of OKTAGON 88. Thanks a lot. We will be back in a bit.
This city is in our DNA. 10 years ago, we began turning an incredible dream into a reality right here. And you've been part of it since the very beginning. Your birthday party with stellar company. Martin Budaj, Robo Pukac, Ronnie Paradisa, Veronika Smolkova, Marek Mazuk, Rada Vanushkert. See you in Bratislava. OKTAGON 89, June 6th, Tipos Arena. Tickets at oktagonmma.com. World champions and their emotional stories. An electric atmosphere. An unforgettable experience. OKTAGON.
Welcome on the second half of the press conference after OKTAGON 88 here in Hanover. Massive thanks to all of you guys who was part of it, all the fighters, all the fans, OKTAGON team who delivered this tournament. The atmosphere we just witnessed was absolutely insane. I think we should really be grateful that we can experience this kind of stuff. It's not usual. Even Mark Goddard just told us that, guys, like what you are doing here in Germany, it's really very unique in the world of MMA. And it's us who is creating it. So really massive thanks to all of you guys. And regarding some informations, Neptune Cup, again, Tipsport won the most points, so they are leading the table. And regarding the injuries, there is no major injuries right now.
Congratulations to everyone, great event, unbelievable. The atmosphere, one of the best we ever have. And Tipsport performance of the night goes to made in Germany guy, Max Holzer.
Soll ich was sagen?
Moje von German 5, ich glaube, ist ja schon fast Ritual bei uns. Max Holzer.
I think it's a ritual here. Max, what are you going to do with the bonus?
Keine Ahnung, ich probiere den wieder in mein Training.
I don't know, maybe I'm going to invest it in my training. Then first question to Altin Zanoni. Altin, the way you won today, you're probably not happy about it, but you were very good in your stand-up game, and you were very near finishing your fight. So tell us, did you feel like you did enough to win today? Well, I think from the start of the fight, nothing went according to the plan. And the finish, what can I say? I wanted to showcase much more of my skills. I would have wished for more minutes in the cage to show what I can do, but yeah, I think he did use the opportunity to get a no contest out of this, but what can I do? It is what it is. And you said that you would like to fight in Cologne. You are from Düsseldorf, so it's very near Düsseldorf. Do you have an opponent in mind? I am not injured. I'm ready. I'm hungry. I would love to fight in Cologne. I don't have an opponent in mind, but I'm ready for anyone. Question to Hugo Fach. Hugo, you trained in Australia a lot, and you showcased your kickboxing. You were very precise. You said that you want to come back very soon and fight. And what matchups do you think would be best for you when it comes to the styles? Yeah, not really. Australia, New Zealand was where I trained, but when it comes to the fighting styles, there are some good opponents in the rankings, and I always look at the rankings. I hope we can find someone. In Frankfurt, we could do a really nice fight, because I want a good fight in Frankfurt, so that it's a good end-of-the-year fight. Next question to Max Holzer. Max, you won by TKO, standing up. Most people didn't expect the fight to go this way, to go your way. What did you see in Kali Tahad? What were his weaknesses?
Also, es ist ja so, als ich angefangen habe,
well, when I started, Kali Tahad was in the UFC and I watched his fights. I fought on the same card with him at FNC, so that was nice that we were on the same card. But yeah, I was out for a year, and I just looked at his footwork, I looked at the mistakes he was doing, I analyzed his game, and I think that showed in today's fight. I was 100,000% sure that I would finish standing up. But I didn't want to say that we're just going to box it out because then everyone would expect it. Last question to Khalid. Taha, many people wouldn't have imagined that the fight would go this way. Did you think about the fact that Max would go for a shootout? Were you surprised about how precise Max was? And were you surprised that he tried the knees to the body, which I think also decided the match? No. Well, I think we were the only ones who never thought that his boxing was not that good. However, I think we were too set on the fact that he would just try a bit of striking and then go to the ground. And then I just got hit too many times. But it's very difficult to analyze a fight 5 minutes after the fight. I said in the cage interview that he did his homework and he did it very well. And yeah, the better man won today. Thank you.
Fight House. I'm going to go to you, Ondrej. I believe it was a week ago. You were overseas at the Queensbury Promotions event. What can you tell us about your visit over there with Frank Warren?
It was a nice chat and a very good fight.
Fair enough.
But really, this is what I got from that.
Yeah, fair enough. Frage an Max Holzer. Ich sehe deine Hand.
Question for Max Holzer. Max. I'm looking at your arm right now. Do you know when you suffered this injury? Did you only notice after the fight? No, I noticed right in the cage. And that's why I really did my hits mostly with my left arm after that, hoping it wasn't broken. And I knew that my hits were landing, so I really went in for those left-hand shots. But the doctor said I should be good within 8 weeks, so it's not that bad. You also said that you want to switch divisions. So what's in the cards for you now? What do you think about Severino and Bratislava? Well, I've already trained with some people who are on the Bratislava card, and I think that Severino is the favorite in that matchup. I think that he's bigger, he's more hungry, he's younger, and Ismagulov has won both big fights. They're both strong fighters. And Zumagulov is somebody who would be a good matchup for me in the future.
So how good did it feel to show what you're able to do in your second octagon fight?
Thank you for your question. First of all, like I said, in the pre-fight conference, Orlov was not on my level, and I hope that I show that tonight. And also, I want also to send a message because maybe my debut was not how people expect me to fight, but this is not really my true level, but I can do more. But this was just a message also for the division. I am here for the title, and this was a clear message. I have names on my mind, and I will take this moment also to call one person out, Patrick Vespasiani. I know that you have a fight. With all the respect, stop ducking real fighter and choosing your opponent. It's time to you to have a real test. I will be your real test. I want to fight you as soon as I can. September, whatever the promotion want to do.
Und meine letzte Frage an Rafael Federico. Split Decision heute. Wie sicher warst du, dass
My next question is for Rafael Federico. Tonight ended with a split decision, so how confident were you that you had won? Well, in my head, I was quite confident, but I did suffer some hits tonight. In my head, in my mind, I won. I knew that I was going to win. But we were on the back mount, and he managed to get out of it, and he managed to get some hits in from that position. I really wanted to go for that finish, but I was quite fucked, to be honest. So yeah, I thought that I had won. I believed that I had. I mean, my second round wasn't my strongest. Of course, we almost saw a finish then, and I thought I was going to get finished, but I survived.
Man hat gemerkt, klar, konditionell, Short Notice angenommen.
All right, I'll ask another question. We saw that you were fit tonight, and we saw that this was a short notice fight. How was your fitness after the first round? Well, to be honest, I was in a better shape than last time I took a short notice fight because I was ill the last time. But here's my problem. Look at the other people in the featherweight category. They're so big. I have to go to the bantam division, or I have to get more muscle. Even Hachi looked very big. He was way bigger than I had expected. I have to really get some more muscle in to up my grappling game, because tonight shouldn't repeat.
Ja, ich habe davor schon Call-out gemacht. Ich hatte schon zweimal gegen
now that you're on a winning wave, what's next? I did call a name out. I wanted to fight Bayrame twice already, and I accepted whenever I got the suggestion, but now I don't think he's gonna be able to make the weight, and I don't want to go to the lightweight division. But this is a fight that you want to see and the people would like to see, so this is up to Bayrame. If he can get his shit together and his life together, let's make it happen. Other than that, I have nobody else.
Gratuliere zu deinem Sieg. Du hattest ja einen sehr unorthodoxen Gegner mit dem
Hugo, congratulations on the win. You had a very unorthodox opponent, and he really played you today in the cage. But you were able to read Theo quite well. But how did you deal with fighting such an unorthodox fighter, and where did you find your way in? I haven't seen the fight, I haven't replayed it, so I'm just going off the top of my head, but I always have to really tune in to my opponent, because you can see a fighter fight on video 1,000 times, and then it's different when you're standing against him in the cage. And yeah, he's a little bit of a lightning, and he always likes to be that in the cage, but I really kept looking for that loophole. Last question from Max Holzer. We know from the promo videos that you're more of a grappler, but today we saw some good striking coming from you. Khalid Taha is also a dangerous striker. Your boxing, your jabs, they were all so precise in the cage. So did you expect more respect for your striking game? When it comes to Ilbai, my approach was very different than what I came into the cage today with Taha, because he had different combos and different body work. And with Taha, with Ilbai, I wanted to be unorthodox. I really went in for the shootouts. And today, I was able to think about it more, plan it out more, draw it out, and my boxing game was way better than last time. And in general, when you make too much of a show, people don't really respect your athletic performance. And then people say stuff like, he's known for this and that, and not the sport itself.
Can you give me your reaction on this fight and this knockout? Because I think no one expects this outside from Hannover team.
I have to definitely give them credit, because they told me that they will definitely try to stand and bang with Khalid. I was like, okay. Then I asked another guy, and then I asked another guy, and everybody was on the same page. So I was expecting that Max will really try, and I knew about his new boxing trainer, and I have to say that it was like, fuck. What did you do? It was like completely different. Max, the boxing is on the other level now. How he was like long with from the southpaw. The left one was so fucking long. I'm not surprised that Khalid was that surprised, because he was always thinking that he's got the good distance, and he always hit him with the left one. So yeah, that was something special. We call it a perfect storm now. So that was his night. It was not a Khalid night, but from Max, that was the perfect storm.
Thank you. Für Khalid, ich meine, natürlich ist es jetzt eine bittere Niederlage und alles, aber natürlich, der Walk-In war auch wieder...
Khalid, you lost today. That's a little bit of a bittersweet night, but the walkout was very important to you today, I'm sure. And what I was surprised by is something that you talked about before. How were you feeling the fact that you got such an important spot on the card? Well, yeah, it was important. But I don't really care about being on the main card. I don't care if I'm the co-main event, if I'm the main event. What's important is that I win. That didn't really happen today, unfortunately. So that's fucked up. What else can I say? But your walkout was special tonight. So were you really feeling the atmosphere when you were walking out into the arena? Ondrej also said that the atmosphere was incredible and that he's never felt something like this. So did you feel that it was special? I really was focused in on the fight. Even during the fights, it's always very hectic. It's really important to center yourself and to focus on the fight itself. I really didn't want to really let my mind wander. I knew that we were going to be striking. I knew that I knew what I was gonna do, he knew what I was gonna do, I knew what he was gonna try and gonna do, so yeah. Well, we talked about now that the cards, the hype was on your side. You're 20 years old, so how are you dealing with all the hype surrounding you? Dennis is 24, so looking at the ages is very interesting. Yeah, I've been unbeaten so far, and my opponent has had a lot of losses, and I fight better than I train, and that's clear. When you lose while training, it's different, and I am able to win when I'm in the cage. Another question for Max. Before the fight, you said that Khalid Taha is not somebody that you respect, but now it kind of seems like you do. You watched his fights in the UFC, as you said, and we saw you hug after the fight, so we saw that respect. So what changed after the fight? Because you looked like the utmost enemies, and now you're buddies? Yeah, when you share a cage with a guy, you build a bond. You create a bond that's unbelievable. This year, some things happened that pissed me off. I was pissed off at Khalid, but I don't give a shit now because I won. I knew that after the fight we'd be okay, and that's what I was working with. Khalid, so are you all good now, you and Max? Did you clear everything up after the fight? Max did what he predicted. I kind of think that the whole Germany got what they were waiting for. They enjoyed it. I'm sure they did. The show was great for them, and I think that every fan had fun watching us in the cage, and that's what I'm taking away from the cage today. Everybody who steps inside the cage deserves respect. I think that we all should respect everybody who does come into the cage, and it was a clean win. He won, fair and square, no bad blood.
Ja, an der Stelle würde ich mir auch wünschen, dass
and I would also like to say that I don't want to be fights anymore. I don't want to see people making fun of my opponent. No, I don't want to have anything to do with it. We stood against each other in the cage, and this is why I respect him, and that's it.
Frage hier von Peli an Alten.
Question to Alten. Alten, It was a very quick and intense finish, but can you enjoy your win? Well, it doesn't really feel like a finish. It was too quick. Yeah, one can say a win is a win, but it doesn't really feel like a win right now. But yeah, I'm 4-0 now. What can I do? What were you thinking when your opponent was dealt with by the doctors? Well, I didn't really know what was happening at first, and I heard from the ref the word clear, meaning that it was okay, but then they watched the camera again, they watched the shot, and yeah, maybe he is sick, maybe he did have something, I can't say, but I don't know. Next question to Max. Max, do you think today was one of your strongest performances? Yeah, I think 100% it was my best performance as of today. And I knew that my opponent would be very dangerous. I think he did have to train the grappling a lot because, yeah, that's quite unique about the sport. Sometimes it's very difficult to predict what the other opponent will do when you have two different fighting styles.
Question for the promoters, last question of me. With OKTAGON 100 coming remotely closer and closer, is there anything you can say right now about this event where it would be something for the fans and yeah, and what does it mean for you as an organization to be this close to OKTAGON 100?
Paulo will answer.
Definitely we are talking about it. We are preparing like maybe something special. Even nobody knows right now, and it's like a huge achievement. Like I remember, I don't know, 5 years back thinking about it, like how it will be, where we will be, and when it will be first OKTAGON 100. And now we are here, expanding to more and more countries, and it's a huge achievement. It's not just for us as a company; it's for the European MMA, a lot for the German MMA as well as for Czech and Slovak, where we make it after 100 tournaments. So we want to celebrate it with all the fans and really enjoy it and open a new era, another 100 tournaments. So, but not more specific info we will share with you during the year.
I got already in my notes 134, and I especially know what city it's gonna be. So 100 is in my head already behind me.
And how was it?
It was great. You should be there.
I hope I will. Thank you very much.
Okay, meine Frage wäre an Raphael. Erstmal herzlichen Glückwunsch zu deinem Sieg hier.
Raphael, question to you. Congrats. In the second round, it looked like you got an uppercut or was hit by a knee. What were you thinking in this moment? A good question. I cannot really remember it anymore. But I don't remember an uppercut. I don't remember a knee. I do remember the body shots, yeah, but I tried to survive, and on the ground I tried to do as if it was more difficult than it really was. Then he tried different types, he tried to finish me, I tried the triangle. I think that's also why I managed to survive, but I didn't think about the uppercuts.
You were asking where it's gonna be. We will definitely do everything possible to have it in Prague in the end of December, because we believe that this should be done like this. In our calendar, it's not fit yet, but we got some ideas how to do it. Basically, we need to add one tournament, and then we will do 200 in Germany. Yeah, so.
I have to be clear. So OKTAGON 100 at the end of this year, December, or next year? This year.
Yeah, definitely this year. And one more thing to Altin. You should be proud of yourself. Don't be any sad about your performance or about anything else. We both saw so many fights and everyone here, and I believe like you did everything right and he did almost everything wrong. I don't want to say anything bad about what he did, but you should be proud of yourself. Yeah, it's a normal win. It's a good win. Yeah, and you deserve this. So everything is okay. Yeah, nothing of this. It's your fault. You've been professional for the whole week. Thank you.
Ich habe noch eine Frage an Max Holzer.
Question to Max Holzer.
Wir haben ja heute einen Walkout gesehen, der
We saw a walkout
eher professioneller war und nicht so
that was
show wie sonst.
more professional than you did before. Is it what's going to be in your future as well? Are you going to do professional walkouts? Yeah, of course. I want to be serious as well, because when you're not serious, then people see you as a clown, and I'm not really in the mood for that anymore.
Glückwunsch, Max, erstmal.
Max, congrats. Question to you.
Vielleicht erstmal verarztet werden.
What's your evening gonna look like? Are you gonna go to the doctor? No, I think my arm is okay. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go home to my flat, and I'll see what my brother did to my flat if he destroyed it. But yeah, he kind of annoys me. I have to say the prep was. I wanted to punch him in the face, honestly.
Okay, so that's it. Thank you, guys. It's pretty hot here. It was an unbelievable tournament. See you in 2 weeks in Bratislava.
This city is in our DNA. 10 years ago, we began turning an incredible dream into a reality right here. And you've been part of it since the very beginning. Your birthday party with stellar company. Martin Budaj, Robo Pukac, Ronnie Paradisa, Veronika Smolkova, Marek Mazuk, Rada Vanushkert. See you in Bratislava. Octagon 89, June 6th, Tipos Arena. Tickets at octagonmma.com.